Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Emmy's Acres. Today is Monday, July 17th, and we're going to take a quick look at the raised garden beds. Excited to get started. Here we go. Okay, start out here with the squash. If we look in here, we should be able to see some squash laying on the ground. They have just absolutely taken over. Massive plant just from a couple plants right here at the edge. See that's just enormous. I love pumpkins, squash. They just grow to be such massive plants. I just love it. And we'll jump in here. We'll look. This is the eggplant. You'll see there's a couple little eggplants on here. No, it's just a flower yet. Right on the other side. They're doing phenomenal. This is one of those long eggplants. They will fry up really nicely. And then on the trellis, we've got lots of little green tomatoes. We've got some just starting to turn color here. We'll zoom in for a quick shot. Beautiful, beautiful on the plant, and has a nice gradient pattern as it goes down. These are the Sun Gold tomatoes. They are non-determinate, which means they climb. They climb and they just keep getting longer like vines. These will probably hang off the top yet another 4 or 5 feet by the end of the year. Just absolutely massive plants. And then we've got a couple marigolds here, some more eggplant. I've got some smaller ones down in there, some basil here. So this is really cool. There are some weeds in there, you can see that, but it's definitely easier than just an open bed. I think there's just so much other foliage in there, kind of blocks out some of the sun. We've got some nasturtiums here. They are great for eating. You can eat the flowers, and they taste like pepper. Speaking of pepper, we've got some these are jalapeno peppers in here. You'll see them. We have already been harvesting some of those. Some oregano, I believe. Some more peppers. We do have some smaller habaneros right here. Plant tends to be a little smaller, but we'll get to that'll kind of get a little bigger here in the next month. Some more peppers here in the front, some massive nasturtiums, beautiful flowers. These are provincial tomatoes, I believe. They are indeterminate. They are an Amish paste type tomato. So you'll see that they're all start putting here out pretty quickly, and then all turn red within a span of a few days, just to help give everything all at once for sauces and stuff. 2 beds of strawberries. One is a June bearing, the other is a ever bearing. I think these are the June bearing. So they came to us in just dry stock, so just the root system, all bundled together, and we soak them in water, plant them. You can see some of the onions in between here, looking phenomenal. Really happy about those. And the tall plants right there, that is borage, and borage is a flower. You can eat the flowers. They taste a little bit like cucumbers. So, and we just got our first pest right here. That is a spotted lanternfly in the red phase. So we'll snap him off. Got him right here. We'll make sure he doesn't spread. Okay, so we're looking for those. They've started to come out. We've seen some of the small black ones, and then they turn color into the larger red, and ultimately the final adult stage. Bad news, if you see them, squash them. They're bad news for gardens in general. We'll finish up here with some pawpaw. These are pawpaw trees. This is pretty small. Every year we go to, there's a pawpaw festival down in York, and we go, and I try to buy a couple trees every year. I've lost a couple of them. They're notoriously hard to get started once the root's already established. So typically tend to be smaller trees rather than some of the large trees like apple trees. This is a larger pawpaw. This is probably 3 to 4 years old. So they do grow pretty slowly to establish, I believe, the roots first, and then they kind of shoot up a little bit faster. 2 of them down here, and then we have a few figs up here. You can see some of these have little figs already growing on them. Really excited about these. Every year these kind of die back with the winter. They are Chicago hardy, but they still don't do phenomenal with great like deep freezes. And the animals, groundhogs, deer, and rabbits do kind of get to the leaves and the stalks from time to time over the winter. So I don't think that helps, but they come back every year and they keep giving us more fruit every year. So this is the overall shot of the raised bed garden. Overall, I really prefer this method. We've been trying a few methods this year in the garden, and this is one of the major ones of just trying some square foot gardening, a little bit more integrated, some permaculture ideology. So far, it's pretty cool. So thank you guys. We will see you soon.